Nail by Ian Jones and Andy Edwards. Episode 1. The Letter. Monday, March the 23rd, 1942. 2 years have passed since we were last in Pontero. Nail and Maggie are married and living happily together. The love of a good woman has changed Nail's life, but slowly his past catches up with him, and he will have to face his demons once and for all. Dai English and Nail have just finished night training with the auxiliary group of the LDV. They are sitting in Maggie's kitchen. Cup of tea, piece of dry cake. Not much of a breakfast, really. Maggie's taking the early bus to town. Going to get some tea and jam. There was none in the corner shop yesterday. Can't even get your rations half the time. Only got 5 minutes with her before she went. Will you light the fire, please, Hobart? She asked as she left. Of course, love, I said, of course. Thank you, sweetheart. Ta-ta, Di. You got a good one there, says Di. I know, I reply. We're sitting in the kitchen. We were out well before dawn, been on patrol with the auxiliary group. 4 months now. When I joined up, I had to sign the Official Secrets Act. I had to swear I wouldn't tell anyone, not even my wife or friends, for 50 years. Walls have ears, they said. Aye, and potatoes have eyes, I whispered to Di. Lucky they didn't hear me. They take it all very seriously. They didn't like it when they overheard Di say that Philly would know because she could read his mind. Took him aside, they did. Gave him a right dressing down, they did. Threatened to throw him out if he couldn't guarantee the integrity of the patrol. I think Di was a bit upset. They won't have no nonsense, though. We got a secret underground base up in Llantllwch Woods. Took us nearly 2 weeks to dig the bloomin' thing. I reckon that's why they asked me to join, 'cause I'm handy with a shovel, like. You never find it if you didn't know where it was, I'm telling you. Really well camouflaged it is. Emergency escape tunnel and everything, a right ideal. Our job is to go to ground if they invade. Cause havoc in any way we can. Guerrillas, like. Scallywags. Saboteurs, you know. Cause as much chaos and damage as possible. Mr. Churchill's secret army, we are. Couple of weeks ago, we had a training camp outside London, it was. Whole weekend away. I told Maggie I was going up to visit Billy O. Don't like lying to her. She was scared, mind, about the Blitz and everything. Oh, don't worry, Bach, I told her. I survived the trenches and a POW camp. I'm sure I can survive a weekend in Harrow. You come back to me safe and sound, Hobart Ackerman, she said. I didn't marry you to become a widow. And she kissed me hard on the mouth. Ooh, I love her. I enjoyed the training, to be honest. Map reading, sabotage, ambush training. Half a day learning about how to go to ground, camouflage and that. Interesting, mind. Got to go back again in a month to learn about explosives and sniper skills. We got to get to know the local area like the back of our hands, we have. Every strategic position in a 5-mile radius of the village. Local knowledge is vital, if you're going to be a good resistance soldier. I think that's probably why they asked Dai English to join. Knows the land, see? Laid so many rabbit snares around the valley. Knows every nook and cranny. Good with a carving knife too. There's 6 in our patrol. Me, Di, 2 farmhands from Bulk Farm, Ronnie from the rugby club, and an ex-collier who lives up Picton Hill Terrace called Oggy. No idea how many other patrols there are in the area. Could be dozens, I suppose. If they do invade, we got to cause them as much bother from behind their lines as we can while the army falls back. Don't let them settle, Stop them getting a foothold. Smash the lines of communication, they said at the training camp. Terrorists we are, see. Got to stop the enemy getting organised. Take out all the key figures in the area, police officers, wardens, the vicar, headmaster, anyone who's got any authority, like, smash the systems, our systems, mind, so they can't use the men against us. It is your patriotic duty to never tell anyone till the day you die, they told us. Shouldn't be too hard. They reckon we'll only survive about a fortnight anyway if they invade. Best not to think too hard about it, eh? As we finish our breakfast, Lord Haw-Haw's broadcast comes over the radio. Oh, I gotta turn this off, Dai, I say. I've had enough of his nonsense. Hate that stupid, plummy voice. Bloody harbinger of doom he is. Lord Hee-Haw, Dai says. Huh? Lord Blah Blah, Merv calls him. There's a man who'll swing for treason, says Dai. Bloody traitor. I was sitting with Maggie a few days after Christmas when he came on the radio spouting his bloody propaganda, Germany calling, Germany calling. To say the British Empire is in danger today would be a very feeble understatement. The Royal Air Force is too weak, the Royal Navy is too weak, and as yet the common sense of the British people is too weak to perceive the catastrophic nature of the plight into which they have allowed Churchill to lead them. It was the Luftwaffe this and Panzer divisions that, mighty German Navy the other. And we haven't forgotten about you, Swansea, he said at the end of the broadcast. Maggie got upset, man. Started to cry. Don't listen to that old fool, I said to her. He's not even a real lord. American he is, it's all an act. I put my arm round her shoulder to reassure her. Dai puts down his empty teacup onto the saucer. Right, he says. Better go home and see Philly. She was excited when I told her we was going rabbiting with a lamp. She'll be annoyed that I haven't got anything to show for it, mind. Don't like fibbing to her. I'll see you tomorrow night, he says, and heads off. I've been living with Maggie in Bridge Street since we tied the knot last year. Seems to be working out very well. Verdun is fine with it, growing up fast he is. 16 now. Time flies, huh? He's mad for the Sea Scouts, keen to join the Navy, wants to be a medical assistant. They've been doing first aid and stuff, and he really enjoys it. Margaret's very proud of him. So am I suppose. Yes, I'm very proud of him too. He's following his Uncle Merv, he is, into the senior service. Merv's not really his uncle, but you know what I mean. Everyone around here seems to be uncle this or auntie that. Verdun's heard all Merv's stories about the Navy. Can't get enough of them, and Merv loves it. Claude was a bit sad, mind, when I moved out to Mrs. Cooper's. I'll miss you, Hobart. It's been lovely to be able to spend time with you. Talk about our father. Happy for you and Margaret, though. Aye, happy I am. Tommy is still living in my old cottage, and Nobby and Eddie dragged his boat up from the river, put it in the field outside the cottage. Chuffed to bits he was. Says he's going to sleep under it again in the summer. He brought an old suitcase of mine round to me a while back. Found it up in the loft, he did. I'd forgotten all about it, to be truthful. Lots of interesting memories in there. Letters I'd had from my mother in the war, some feathers, cockle shells, few of my old drawings. And then it was right at the bottom of the case that I found the letter. I remember it so well. The memory is clear in my mind, even though it's over 25 years ago. We were sitting amongst the support vehicles which were taking supplies to the front line. Felt like we'd been marching for hours, so it was nice to have 5 minutes. And Bobby, he talked endlessly about Rebecca. She'd just given birth to their first child, and he couldn't wait to get home to see them. I've written her a letter, Hobart. Can I read it to you to make sure it sounds okay? Of course, Bobby, I reply. I'm touched that he trusts me enough to share his feelings. He takes the letter from his tunic pocket, unfolds it, and begins to read. July 2nd, 1916, my dearest Rebecca. Every moment I live through this madness, I keep you in my thoughts. And memories of your warm skin and soft hair comfort me as I march and as the battle gets closer. I promise I will make it home and hold our little boy in my arms and kiss your gentle lips again. I love you more than any war can stand in the way of, and soon we will be in one another's arms for the rest of our lives. I love you, Rebecca. Give Robert a kiss for me. And he signed it Bobby Bach. He was dead a few days later. I sip my tea and read the letter over and over. I know I have to do it. I've put it off for far too long. My mother found out where Rebecca's living in Swansea. Only took her a few days. Someone at church knew Rebecca's aunt in Gosainan. She's like Sherlock blooming Holmes, my mother. We're meeting up with Rebecca on Friday. It's a bus and a train to get there, and Maggie has agreed to come with me for moral support. We're going to stay at her auntie's in Gowerton the night before, and then I'll go up to Swansea on my own the next day. I thought you might have gone back to bed, Maggie says as she walks into the kitchen. She puts her basket on the table. Did you get the tea, I ask. Yes, she replies, and a jam. She looks at the letter in front of me. You've been reading that again, she asks. Can't help myself, I say. You're not making it any easier for yourself, she says, and puts her hand on my shoulder. Why were you out so early this morning, she asks. Oh, Dai wanted to start early. I'm lying. Laying the snares, you know. Thought you'd like a nice bit of rabbit for supper tonight. Well, I would, she says. Where is it then? Oh, Dai took I say. He's going to skin and gut it for you. I'm picking it up later. I'm lying again. Oh, lovely, she says. I'm looking forward to that. I'll make a stew with it, I think. I fold the letter and put it in my shirt pocket. What time shall we go on Wednesday, Maggie asks. Oh, no rush, I say. Let's get the late bus into town and then get the train about 3-ish, is it? We can have a wander round the town for an hour or two and have something small to eat, is it? Well, that does sound nice, says Maggie. You can have a bit of a shop if you like, and I'll pop in to see Raymond and the Feathers for an hour. Well, that sounds like a lovely idea, Hobart, and kisses me on the top of the head. You're a sweet, lovely man, she says. God, I hate lying to her. Break her heart if I broke her trust. She deserves better than this, but I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, eh? It's not like she'd go and tell anyone, but this bloody official secrets malarkey is heavy stuff. Could end up in a clink if anyone found out I'd mentioned it. Nah, I'll just have to keep mum. I thought you said you'd like the fire, Maggie calls from the sitting room. Oh, sorry, Maggie, I say. I forgot. Dai was here, see, and we were talking, you know. Oh, never mind, she says. I'll do it. It won't take me 5 minutes. I'm going out to see Tommy, I say. Dai gave me some bacon for him. I'll only be half hour. I'll see if Dai's got that rabbit ready. More lies to her, eh? Be back soon, sweetheart, she replies, as she strikes a match. Can we go for a walk this afternoon? Yes, of course, I reply. Let's go and play pool sticks down the Oak Bridge. Lovely, she laughs. You're like a little boy. I'll do a flask for us. I close the door as the newspaper takes light under the kindling. Where the hell am I going to find a rabbit in Pontero?